Live from the CBW Radio UK studios in Chelmsford, this is Off the Record with Big C and his trusty companions, Jazzy Jeff and Stinky Pete.
Hello, welcome to Off the Record, and welcome. This is me, Big C, and you've got Stinky Pete there, and you've got Jazzy Jeff, my two trusty companions, raring to go after a week off last week due to illnesses and weather and all sorts of things. But we're back here today. How are we, chaps?
I'm all right. Yeah, not so bad.
Good.
About as good as it goes.
Done your business before the show.
Yes.
So we're all good. So we're all good to go. That rhymes.
Good to go.
I'm good. I'm good. Finally got back from another meeting, but yeah. By the skin of my teeth, I got here.
You're a busy boy these days, aren't you?
It's a nightmare. You don't want to lose a vicar, trust me.
No.
I can think of a few vicars over the years that I'd have loved to have lost, but anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Don't go down that route.
Morty vicar. Right. Okay. So yeah, a good point for Spurs on the weekend anyway.
It was.
We're undefeated now in what? Is it how many games?
4 games.
Four
Games undefeated.
But there is a caveat there. That is, the two wins were against terrible teams from an awful league. So I don't think it really can. But I mean, small steps.
Definitely small steps and a very spirited performance.
It was
unlike us in the transfer market in January by the looks of things.
But who are we going to buy?
We've got some left back that no one's ever heard of. What do you want?
He's very good. This
had an eye on him for months or years, apparently.
Yeah, we have. But no, I don't understand this. It wasn't a good transfer window. Who had a good transfer window? There was hardly any deals done. And basically, if we put people in now, then as everybody starts coming back from injured, we've got a bloated squad with players we don't need. So I think we did the right thing. Gallagher was good. Gallagher was a good buy. You know,
yeah,
I think.
What was that, 40 million or something?
Yeah. Whatever it was, it was a steal.
That was the most. That was one of the best deals, if not the best deal in January. Was our getting of Gallagher?
100%.
The Menyo went in January, didn't he?
Yeah, went to City
for more than that. Even though we wanted him, we offered more money than City.
Well,
did,
if you had a choice, if you had a choice of Spurs
or
Manchester City, then who are you going to choose? You know,
Spurs and anyone else. It doesn't rain as much in London.
Well, this is also true. And as the goalkeeper, was it Man United's goalkeeper? I can't remember what his name was now. The tall goalkeeper, Spanish bloke. His wife said, and I quote, "I hate Manchester. It's uglier than the back of a fridge." And I thought, yeah, that pretty well sums it up. I can't remember his name now, but it's an absolutely brilliant quote. And for those of us that are not fans of Manchester.
Oh, you mean David De Gea?
Yes, De Gea. Yeah, it's De Gea's wife. Okay. I hate Manchester. It's uglier than the back of a fridge. And she's not wrong.
No, well, I mean, certainly by the back of the fridge. I wouldn't like to denigrate Manchester that much. But yeah, the backs of fridges are pretty awfully ugly, aren't they? They are pretty grim.
But necessary.
Well, very true.
Are we saying that Manchester is pretty revolting, but it's necessary?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have had any of the Manchester sound bands, would you?
Which you probably don't want anyway.
No,
you've got a point there.
I rest my case.
Right, okay.
Moving on.
Right, okay. Well, we're back. Yes, a week off, but we're back to episode 198 off the record, and it's Series 7, episode 28. Now, we were going to do this theme last week, but it was held over till this week, probably quite handily in the end, because there were so many songs that fit this kind of topic that we've got. Anyway, that's what I thought when I was looking into it. So a little bit more time. I suspect there might be a little, not disagreements, but maybe we're talking acoustic songs, acoustic rock songs, but spreading. I think I've done more like an acoustic feel to a song. I mean, there might be the odd electric guitar going on in the background or a solo, but generally I'd say they're acoustic fills. And I think although we're probably honing in on the rock side of things, I think other genres I've included as well, like whether it be folk or country or well, you name it. It could be any genre. I'm sure Stinks has just gone for rock generally. Correct?
Well, mostly, but it depends on your definition of rock. But also, I think we need to have a conversation about what we mean by acoustic anyway.
All right, you tell me, what do we need for it by acoustic? Because, I mean, we're not just talking unplugged completely, are we? Because you have electric acoustic guitars, can't you?
Yes.
No.
You can't?
Well, you can have acoustic.
You can have acoustic guitar. You can have acoustic
Like
guitars which are made to sound like electric.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay.
We'll have debates, no doubt, about the ones we've chosen.
Now, I've been very, very clear with the ones I've chosen. The ones I've chosen are driven by acoustic guitars, and there is some electric in some of them, but not very much. But if we're talking about acoustic, okay, the only things that aren't acoustic are electric guitars, electric bass guitars, electric pianos, and electric keyboards. Pianos,
and electric drums.
Well, yes, but there's very few. Yeah, but who would choose a song with electric drums? So, but the point I'm making is that drums are acoustic, pianos are acoustic, basses that are non-plugged are acoustic. So, I haven't just stuck with the principle of acoustic guitars, but I've kind of gone with songs that are acoustic guitar driven. I think that's how I've done it.
Okay. Well, as I said,
but the other thing I would say, sorry, there was just one other thing. Your comment about the number to suit. When I looked at my collection, I looked at the songs I like. We could literally do this show every single podcast for the next 2 years and still not cover all of the ones that you probably would want to talk about. There are literally
there
so many.
Are loads. There are loads. What do you got, Jeff?
Well, so when we first talked about this, and you very kindly put me right about 3 days later. I got it in my head that we were talking about what would generally be rock bands, rock personnel, electric rock band doing a song acoustically, or an acoustic song within their repertoire. And then I was really struggling with that because I'm not that big a rock fan to get enough of those in my mind, and I got a few. And then when we had the conversation of, well, actually, there's an awful lot of other stuff which is acoustic, and we can include that. Well, that kind of made life a little bit easier. But then I actually discovered that what I was actually doing was still, apart from one or two, erring on the side of bands that might have been otherwise electric.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I've got two which are blatantly not. But that's but those aside, the others are.
As Stinks would say, it's our podcast. We can have what we want, basically. But yeah, sorry, Pete.
No, I was going to say I deliberately made that choice. One of the things I've done is to look at the bands I really like and taken acoustic treatments of either acoustic songs that band does, which is what Jeff was talking about, or in actually a couple of cases, acoustic treatments of songs that are not usually done acoustically. So, and that was a deliberate choice because I think the interesting thing about acoustic music is how it changes the look and feel of something which is normally not done that way, and I find that interesting musically. So I've chosen quite a few of those.
Well, I think it'll all be interesting anyway. I mean, all the different ways that we looked at it. I tried to sort of separate into two things. One was, like Jeff has said, like acoustic songs by rock bands. Primarily, you think of as being rock bands, so that they had some acoustic songs. Definition of acoustic obviously will be up for a little bit of debate. But then I've got another list of other acoustic songs, again, definition to be debated possibly. that I love, and I think, yeah, this should be on. If I did years ago, one of the first computers I ever had, it was probably a little Amstrad or something. I mean, when were they about?
84, 85.
80,
No,
yeah, late
And I
the
80s,
used,
original
early 90s.
Amstrads, 82, 83, 84.
I used to compile lists even in those days, and sort of put a genre in for musical, for songs and records, and then I could sort them into that. And one of the categories I had was, and I arbitrarily called it US West. That's what I called it. And what I meant by that was like acoustic-y, Eagles-y, Poco-ish, you name it, Creedence, all that sort of stuff. But there were lots of other bands, British bands as well, in that. It's sort of that sort of acoustic feel to it, sort
So
of chill.
many years ago, a friend of ours, brother, that's
Yep.
complicated, who used to work in the music industry, put together a CD, a compilation CD called Acoustic Freeway.
Which
Oh,
I've
right.
got on tape.
Well, there you go. So I haven't got it on tape because I had one of the last copies available and I gave it back to our friend. So he's now got it. But it was exactly the sort of thing that you're talking about. Now I've just gone black and white again.
Yeah.
I could have
Now you've got colour again.
I could have done something with that, but actually as Pete says, like we could do this ad infinitum to a degree and come up with it because
There are lots of songs.
my own personal favourite playlist that I've got on my iPhone is exactly that sort of thing. It's all that sort of take it easy, like drive-in sort of acoustic stuff.
Driving down a freeway in Arizona or whatever.
Absolutely.
Top down.
And what about the car?
Getting sunburned. And the car.
And then getting shot at by ICE agents.
Yes, that's true. What are you doing here?
Right,
okay. Well, I suspect a lot of these songs, I certainly probably won't be saying a great deal about because a few of them probably may have mentioned before. So it might just be a question of highlighting the songs, see what everyone else thinks. Oh, that's a good idea. Have that one in. That's good. For when we compile our own off the record freeway songs, acoustic freeway songs, that would be nice, wouldn't it? If we could do that. So I don't know about you, but there'll be a lot of songs that we could just throw in to the mix. Who's going to start then? Jeff, you can start. I've made a decision.
Okay. Well, I'll start with one which you probably don't know. Pete might know it. You have heard it because you played it for me, but it won't be a song you know well. This is a song called 2 by 2 and it's by Niels Lofgren, who is ostensibly a rock artist. It's on his first album, The Fat Man, whatever you want to call it, Niels Lofgren is actually called, but released in 1975, and it's the penultimate track on the album. And it's the song that I heard that made me buy the whole album. So I was a tad surprised when the rest of the album was all basically rock pop. But because this is a Spanishy folk riff song about the disappointment of the writer seeing the girl that he loved with somebody else. The lyric says the tale as old as time. The lyric says they came walking out heart in heart, hand in hand, and 2 by 2. And I thought she loved me, and she clearly doesn't. And it's a really Niels Lofgren is a very good guitarist. And I suspect this goes back to his native roots. I know he's a New Yorker, isn't he? But my guess is that he's on the Hispanic side of New York. And it's a beautiful song. It's a little naive. The production's a little naive because the whole album production is a little naive. But it's a beautiful song which I will pick for tomorrow or Friday. Yeah. So yeah, it was the very first one that came into my head because it's one of my favourite songs, and it kind of went, oh, that fits.
Excellent. Well, that's right. And 202, yeah, from his debut album.
Fat Man.
Yeah. Niels Lofgren.
Yeah.
Was this someone you asked me to play recently? Then
No, you played it about a year or so ago, I guess. Now.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I'm sure it was one from this. Wasn't going back.
Back it up.
Yeah, you played because I chose this album for one of the N albums. You played Going Back, and you played Saturday Night, whatever it's called.
One more Saturday night. Yeah.
No, Saturday Night, and I think you played Keith Don't Go or something as well. I can't remember now.
Keith Don't. Oh, no, I chose Keith Don't Go because I chose the same album. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, 2x2, Jeff. Pete, you can go next then.
Okay. 1971, number 1 in the US, Canada, and Finland. Number 3 in the UK. Recorded in Willesden.
90 when?
1971.
Okay.
Number 1 US, number 1 Canada, number 1 Finland, number 3 UK. First song that came, literally the first song that came into my head when we decided to do this, which is why I'm doing it now.
Is it on an album or is it just
it is on an album, and it's on a live album that I was listening to this very evening, just to remind myself how much I like it.
Only on a live album?
It might have just been a single and then it was on a live album. Don't know. Can't remember.
71 live albums. Allmans? Who else is there?
Not in Willesden.
No, it's a not. No, it was a single in 1971. That I think the live album was 72 or 73.
Oh, really?
Okay, it is a Dewey Bunnell song, "Horse with No Name."
Oh, okay.
So you can't do an acoustic thing without "Horse with No Name." Jeff and I used to play it together at the church youth club, etc., because it's basically 3 chords and they're all the same. But I know 3 chords can't all be the same, but you know what I mean. It's about the easiest thing to possibly sing, yeah, it was a very easy choice, and I like America, everybody's favourite American English act. So
was that produced by George Martin? That one was that George Martin one?
No,
it was actually. I think he got into them after.
Remember that bit you said at the beginning about not talking about these very much? That was what that was it. That's literally it. Don't know. Didn't do any more.
It's a great song. The words mean nothing, but it's a great song.
The words mean nothing, but they mean nothing in a way that you remember all of them because you go, no, that's weird. As opposed to songs which don't. So, yeah, it's a great song.
Why would there be a horse with no name, eh?
Yeah, why would it live underground or whatever? It makes no sense.
I don't know. Aren't the best songs lyrically pretty pants anyway, actually?
Oh, I've got quite a few of that. I've got quite a few of those. So anyway, there we go. That was my.
I did consider that. Obviously, America were one of the bands I looked at. Oh yeah, but okay, well that's good. We got out of the way because I was tempted by another one by America, which came a little bit later, which may have been produced by George Martin, which was Sister Golden Hair. But I mean, would you call that? Would you call that acoustic? I mean, it's that sort of feel to it to me.
Yeah.
But basically, the whole of the America songbook, for want of a better phrase, is acoustic based rock. That's what they do.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Acoustic based. All right. Well, I'm going to go for one now, which was probably the first one I thought of, since you've both done that. First one I thought, it came out in '91. Definitely an electric rock band from the US of A, who I wouldn't say started a trend of acoustic hits. Number 1 hit, in fact, in the States. Number 2 hit here would have been number 1 were it not for Bryan Adams, who was there at number 1 here for about 128 weeks. Yeah, so it probably would have been a number 1 here. I mean, I think there are 3 on the record. Gary Sharon, the singer, Nuno Betancourt on the guitar.
Extreme.
It's more than words.
More than words, yeah.
So that was the
I
first
didn't know
one.
that, American. I thought they were European. There you go. What do I know?
No, they're not. They're definitely American. Are they Boston or something? I'm not sure. Boston. Yeah. So it's one of those songs. I just love it. Always, we both loved it. Me and Sarah both loved it.
That's a great song.
It was massive when we were there in the States in 91, actually. We were there for a whole month, in fact. And it was that and Bryan Adams that were played all the time. But I just think it's a wonderful...
It was a great thing they did on Top of the Pops. They did like the head-to-head, didn't they, on Top of the Pops? Do you remember?
Yes. Well, it's on the video.
Just the two of them sitting opposite each other.
In black and white?
In black and white, just like me now.
Yeah, that's the video for it. Yeah. Like you now, yeah. Although there's a bit of colour there now. But yeah, More Than Words. Love it, always have done. And every time I play it, strangely, on the radio, when I do play it, it's not I play it every day, but when I do play it, Stephen, one of the requesters, listeners, will always come back and say basically spoon. In other words, he can't stand it. It's too sloppy. Well, no, not the word sloppy. That's not the right word. Mushy, maybe is the word.
I understand that, but it's a great song. So.
It is a great song. So that's mine. Nice and quick-ish. Right, Jeff.
Okay, I'm going to get this one out of the way so that it's done and out of the way. I'll read what I've written about it, and then Pete can go, oh, for fuck's sakes. So, 1976. The song actually got to number 10 in the UK. I don't quite know how, but it did. Full of double entendres. It's musically real fun. There's a bluegrass style banjo, as well as a driving, jaunty country guitar and an accordion.
We love a bit of jaunty country guitar, don't we?
Right, Peter, what is it?
76.
Sylvia's Mother.
No.
That was 73, I think, wasn't it?
I've got no idea.
But it begins with the same letter.
What, Mother or Sylvia?
Sylvia. Okay, I'll tell you what. It's Squeezebox by The Who.
Oh, right.
Which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I love it as well.
And he absolutely hates.
Yeah, he does.
Literally the worst thing they ever did.
Well, I don't agree with you in at all. It's what I think is one of the best
but
ones.
Music is about opinions, and I can't stand Squeezebox.
But it fits this genre that we're talking about absolutely perfectly. They are a rock band. It's an absolutely straightforward acoustic song, including the accordion. You don't get more acoustic than accordion and a banjo.
You absolutely don't.
No, he's not going to say any more about it. He's not going to say any more.
And what a laugh!
Yeah, it is a good laugh. From Who by Numbers was the album, I seem to remember.
I have no idea.
Have you heard the original? I think it's a demo of it with Pete Townsend just playing on his own and singing it.
On his own? No, I haven't heard it. Is it good?
Yeah. I think I prefer it with, strangely, well, I think Roger Daltrey's probably got a more powerful voice than Pete Townsend, isn't he? But I agree. I love Squeezebox by The Who. And Pete other opinions are welcome, Pete, but of course,
always
wrong.
That's fine. I'm very happy to be wrong on that. I can't stand it, but that's...
So what can we disagree with you on next?
Okay. The next song I have chosen based on the album, which my brother alluded to earlier.
Ooh.
It is the title track of the fourth album by the band in question. It got to number 6 on the Billboard, and it is number 13 in Rolling Stone's list of the best summer songs of all time, and it is a 1972 release.
And I alluded to it earlier.
You mentioned it earlier.
You did.
Interesting. On that compilation you were talking about, mate.
It's on the compilation album, the Acoustic Freeway compilation album.
Did he get anywhere in the chart here?
When you said that what we were going to do, this was the second song that leapt into my brain. After the rest, I had to do some thinking. But Also We Know Name and this one were the first two.
All right, can I have a stab at this one?
Yeah, stab at it.
Listen to the music.
No.
Oof. You would agree that was sort of acoustic feel to that as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. It is Summer Breeze, Seals and Crofts.
Oh, okay.
The original version. I love Summer Breeze. It's just a brilliant song. I love the words. I love everything about Summer Breeze. I love the Isleys version, and I thought it was an Isleys song until I heard it on this Acoustic Freeway album. And I thought, I love this version. And then I discovered Seals and Croft had written it. It's a great song, and it's a very good rendition. I like it very much. There we go. That's my number 2.
Better, you like it better than the Isleys?
No, because it's one. I've got a few of these where I like them equally. I don't think you have to have a better necessarily. I like them both. I listen to both. I like the song. I like the words. I like the tune. They're just two very different renditions of the same song. I like them equally well.
I hear you. And you know what I'm like though. I like to think, right, if you're gonna have to, you got a gun to your head. You have to choose one to listen to.
I don't do that. Or very seldom.
You don't believe in guns, and neither do I.
I absolutely don't. But I certainly don't believe in.
I don't believe in heads. Is that okay?
Yes.
Oh, is it me?
Yes.
It is you.
All right, I've gone for some slightly different ones here, just to be, a little bit more varied. But it is acoustic. A band that were they a band at this point? From '75. I actually played this song today, funnily enough, on the radio. Because I did this list over the weekend. Well, I didn't do all of them. I added a few this afternoon, but this one I had in. And Neil chose it from an album from 1975. It got to number 12 in the US as a single, and it was written by Dick Wagner.
Yeah, I remember you introducing it.
Hold on. Wasn't Richard Wagner an actor?
Yes, not him.
Yes, he was. And also, didn't he write the Ride of the Valkyrie? Or is that a different Wagner?
That could be.
Oh,
I tell you what. Talking about that on the quiz the other night, which we came second in, don't I tell you?
You did.
Yeah, you have mentioned it several times.
Quiz. And one of the questions they had was about all the answers began with the letter V, and one of the questions was who wrote the Four Seasons, and
Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli, that's the one. That's a V.
Good, Jeffrey.
Good shout.
Good shout.
If only I'd have thought of that. And we had to mark someone else's sheet, and they wrote Wagner. So I thought, okay. now you know why we come second.
Excellent.
Yes,
but what
now we also know
music
that
round. Sorry,
you definitely live in Essex.
We had a music round, and there was I said this on the radio. I don't know whether you heard it. There's a music round, and he had a little theme that he made up for all the songs.
Yeah, I did hear this.
Played. I think it's the Final Countdown. There was some Kylie Minogue. There was an I Will Survive.
Yeah, Destiny's Child.
And a Survivor. Yeah, a Survivor, yeah. Destiny's Child. And then I Will Survive come up at number 7. I said, I know the theme. We got all the songs so far. I know the theme, and I thought it's gay anthems, because they all sound like gay anthems. And then number 8 came in, and it was Highway to Hell by AC/DC. And I thought, no, it's not gay anthems. It was actually songs that you shouldn't be playing at a funeral, which should be a thing maybe that someone should have one day. Right, I'm on. What the hell was I talking about? Yes. Shall I just tell you what it is?
Yeah.
It's not about menstruation.
Oh, I know. Only Women Bleed.
Only Women Bleed.
Yeah, by it's an Alice Cooper song, isn't it? Yeah.
It is Alice Cooper from the album Welcome to My Nightmare. I think it actually was a solo album, wasn't it? That was his first solo album.
It was Alice Cooper, it was Alice Cooper. It was the first one when he wasn't with the band.
I remember buying the single when it came out. I'm pretty damn sure it was only called Only Women on the single that I bought. Maybe in Europe it was called that. I don't know, but it's Only Women Bleed anyway. A subdued sound of Alice Cooper, I would say.
It's a great song. Does the cover? It's Julie Covington does the cover, doesn't she? That's a beautiful.
She does. I was just about to say Julie Covington got to number 12 in '77 with the cover of it, but yeah,
beautiful song.
Alice Cooper didn't have a hit with it at all. But Only Women Bleed for me. Jeff, Brilliant.
Okay, shall I do this? Because one of us is bound to at some stage or other. It will take about 32 seconds to guess it, or 2 seconds more likely. I hadn't realised, this is 1992, hadn't realised that its co-writer, and I didn't know this, was the murdering police commissioner, Gordon. It's Layla Unplugged by Eric Clapton. Layla is a great song. Layla Unplugged is a great song. One pays homage to the other, but actually they're all but different songs. Like that, there is a tickle of the same tune occasionally, but that's about it. But it's a really good version of it, and a very, very different version. And as I suspect that he did it purely and solely to play homage to the fact that it's his biggest ever, you know. And if you don't play it, he probably gets told off for not playing it. But I hadn't realised how good the band was. Andy Fairweather-Lowe, of course.
Yes.
But Nathan East on acoustic bass.
Chuck Leavell.
Chuck Leavell. Ray Cooper on percussion.
Yeah.
Steve Ferroni from the Average White Band on drums.
Yeah.
And Katie Kassoon, of course, on BVs. So a superb band, and I think it's a really good version of a really good acoustic version of a rock song.
I think it's really interesting because I've chosen one of those as well, where it's a very different rendition of a song that I know and love. And I think you're right. I think it is Layla, but it's so much a different rendition that it is almost like a different song. In the same way that the acoustic version of Hotel California on
Hell Freezes Over.
Hell Freezes Over is the same.
Can I say something about that? Because I love that version, but I find this a lot with live songs, where the musicians play, like they start playing the song, and you go, "Well, that's Hotel California," or "That's such and such." And like the crowd are completely silent for about 10 minutes until suddenly they go dun, 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 and then suddenly everyone starts cheering. Like, what have you been listening to for the last 10 minutes? It's blazingly obvious it's Hotel California. How stupid are you lot?
I have exactly the same thing. It does my head in. I sit there going, how can you not know what this is?
Anyway. Yeah, but Layla, good song. Does he not say at the start, see if you recognise this one, doesn't it, or something like that?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, Jim Gordon, you were mentioning, weren't you?
Commissioner Gordon.
He supposedly wrote the coda of the original version, Layla. That goes on for about.
The little bit that sounds nothing like the rest of it.
It doesn't sound like Layla at all. It's just the last bit. He claimed that was his, but in fact, his girlfriend at the time said it was actually hers. So he just nicked it off of her, and her name was Rita Coolidge.
Isn't she someone's famous sister? Rita Coolidge.
Rita Coolidge. Passed. Don't know.
Somebody Coolidge?
No.
Go on, Pete.
Wasn't there an American president called Coolidge? Is it Calvin Coolidge? Wasn't there an American president called Coolidge?
Yeah. I don't think it's
quite some time ago. Anyway, right. So, my third choice is a cheerful song, recorded in 1970. It's the second single off this guy's album. It has 3 verses. Verse number 1 deals with the suicide of his best friend. Verse number 2 deals with his battle with addiction. And verse number 3 deals with his struggle with fame. It got to number 2 in Canada, number 3 in the US, and number 42 in the United Kingdom.
Maybe we found it too dark.
Possibly.
Well, it's not Clapton, is it? We're talking about him before.
No.
So it can't be him.
If it helps, which it won't, the friend in question was a girl by the name of Suzanne Schnurs, who committed suicide in Londinium.
So is he British?
No, he's very American.
He's very American. And it was a hit in when?
1970.
1970.
and it is the second single off his album, which is vaguely self-titled, in that it mentions one of his two names in the title.
We're not doing very well at these clues, are we, Jeff?
It's not Hendrix, is it?
No. It is somebody who was recording an album the following year in a studio at the same time as James Taylor. Yeah, so what's the song?
Fire and Rain?
Fire and Rain, yeah.
What a song that is.
Which, it is a beautiful song, and I think I love You've Got a Friend for various reasons I won't bore people on the podcast with. But my other favourite James Taylor song is Fire and Rain. I didn't realise the dark themes. I just like it as a song, because I, like Jeff, don't really listen to the lyrics particularly. I just like the tune. I didn't realise it was as dark as it is, but it's the second single off Sweet Baby James, yeah, it's James Taylor doing what James Taylor does, which is write acoustic songs brilliantly.
He's very good.
I know you're not into the old lyrics. I know. Is this down to your classical background, basically? Do you think?
No, it's down to the fact that I've played 4 albums tonight before we came on, and I was trying to sing along to the songs, all of which I've known for like forever, and I most of them realised that I just basically lyrics go in one ear hole and out the other, and they don't stick. They just do not stick.
Julie always their own lyrics.
Julie always says to me, "You just made those up, didn't you?" Yeah. Like whenever we're singing, like she's like, "That's not what it says. You just make them up." So I probably do.
There's no mention of Eddie Waring in the lyrics, whether that you.
No, but I mean, it's just like I was singing along tonight to Meal Ticket. I played Code of the Road, and it's one of my favourite albums, and I know it like the back of my hand. And some bits of lyrics stick, and I thought, I know this. And then a verse will come up, and I go, haven't got a bloody clue. No idea where this is going. Can't remember a thing. So I just lard and harmonised, which is what I do. But anyway, there we go. Fire and Rain.
Okay, well, I'm going to bring it a little bit more up to date. I'm going to head into the 90s. Your favourite decade, Stinks.
Yeah. Rocking.
And I don't know, maybe Jeff will have this one in as well, actually. I don't know. He's gritting his teeth there.
I've got a few from the 90s.
Right, well, this is...
You're pleased to know I don't have any.
This wasn't on any album by the band, other than a compilation album.
Yeah.
It came out in 94. It was actually on the B-side of their single, Whatever. And Jeff's nodding his head. So I think
I've got this as well.
You've got that as well. Okay. It was the theme tune to The Royal Family.
Yeah.
On the BBC. We're giving them a plug. Maybe they'll
have us.
Maybe they'll have us one day.
Stop. When you talk about the Royal Family, are you talking about the actual Royal Family or the shitty comedy show?
Well, it's not a shitty comedy show. The comedy show.
But the comedy show, yeah.
The comedy show with Jim Royal and Catherine Ahern in it as well. Half the World Away by Oasis. And I am probably more akin to this side of Oasis songs than the more rocky side of Oasis. Although I love some of that stuff as well. I can't deny that. But this sort of stuff, Half the World Away, even Whatever, the other side was quite acoustic-y with an orchestra, wasn't it? And remember, it came out at the end of '94. So Half the World Away, Oasis.
Can I just jump in here and make a confession on the Oasis front?
Go on then.
I had a Damascene conversion experience this very morning because you played Champagne Supernova.
Yeah, good song.
Which I found myself singing along to. And I then went and had a shower to get clean and realised that actually I quite like quite a lot of Oasis's songs. I just can't stand
The Gallaghers.
The Gallaghers. And so actually, I've realised that if you took the Gallaghers out of the band and just had people that weren't utter wankers singing the songs, I'd quite like them.
But no one would buy the record, probably. But yeah.
On the bright side, Pete, this one's only got one Gallagher on it. So like it's 50-50.
Okay, well this is good.
Like Liam's not on it.
Arthur Gallagher.
I also
Arthur Gallagher.
I think
that's their dad, isn't it?
Arthur Gallagher.
Arthur Gallagher.
I think it's a lovely song. I think it's but the best. Yeah. I agree with you, Colin, that their acoustic stuff, Wonderwall and everything else, along with it, I think they're almost better at that than they are the electric stuff. Although I think Champagne Supernova is a magnificent song.
It is a good song. But Noel Gallagher seems to sing those kind of songs like Half the World Away. And although he doesn't sing whatever, but I'm trying to think, well, even Don't Look Back in Anger he sings, actually, which is not an acoustic one, really. But Half the World Away, Oasis is for me. Jeff,
did you read a bit as to what inspired it?
Yes, I did. I
thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah, he was adapted from the Burt Bacharach and Hal David tune, This Guy Is in Love With You, which is a wonderful, fantastic tune.
It is.
As are most of Bacharach and David songs, to be honest.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah.
I'm all in favour of that. Half a World Away. I'm with you.
So you got Half the World Away as well. I'll put that down for you. Have you got another one, or should we go on to Pete then? You skip you, and you've got Half the World Away.
Yeah, go to Pete, and I'll come back to mine.
Come on, Pete.
Okay, well, this one is the only truly, completely acoustic song, I think. There's one other which may be, but this is the one which is a man and a acoustic guitar and nothing else. 1980. It was the final song on the 12th album from the band in question.
12th album in 1980.
12th album in 1980. It was the last song on the album, and it is done by the very much leader of the band in question. It got a gold disc in the UK for 400,000 plus sales for that song.
Wow. And do you say it charted? You did or not?
No, well, no, it didn't. It became big and very much a theme song for the individual after his demise.
Oh,
demise.
When did he die?
Shortly after recording this song.
Interesting.
He was also a celebrity Tottenham Hotspur fan.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
It is Redemption Song.
It is by Bob Marley.
And I agree that is a great song.
Based
I thought you meant Josh O'Shea then for a minute.
Based on it's the final song on Uprising. It's based on a Marcus Garvey speech, who, if you know anything about him, he was a Pan-Africanist orator. I absolutely love it. I think it's gut-wrenchingly raw. And I love Bob Marley. I just love all of their stuff. But I didn't hear it until much later. I heard it when I got the Greatest Hits album, whatever it's called. And I didn't know it. And I played it for the first time and I thought, why haven't I heard this song? It is so damn good. So again, when I was thinking about what to choose and, you know, things that are a bit different from West Coasty America-y, acoustic-y thing, I thought, yeah, absolutely. It's as raw and visceral as acoustic guitar gets.
It's a great song. I've got another great version of that actually by Joe Strummer. Can you imagine he does a good version of it as well, can't you?
I don't know it. But,
yeah. And Marcus Garvey, I must admit, I wasn't familiar with the name. I should be probably, but
I thought he was the lead singer of Elbow.
that's him. Yeah.
Yeah. After he stopped being a Pan-Africanist orator, he thought, bollocks to all that oration. What I'm going to do is be a lead singer in a band.
Do you mean Elbow?
That was his career trajectory.
Mumford and Sons, Marcus.
Yeah, that's Marcus Mumford.
Yes, Marcus Mumford. Yeah,
but then there was Marcus Welby. He was Archbishop of something or other. So,
and Jane Garvey used to do the morning show on Radio 5. Should we go on?
There's a whole bunch of Garveys.
Not bother. Marcus Garvey. I remember an album that was. It makes all of the probably Rolling Stone charts as well. It's one of the like best albums of all time. Was a reggae album. Marcus Garvey, Burning Spear, and I always used to wonder which is the artist and which is the, because it sounds like Marcus Garvey might be the artist and Burning Spear is the album, but in fact it's not. It's Marcus
Burning
Garvey.
Spear of the artist. Yeah.
Burning Spear of the artist. Yeah.
And they're singing about Marcus Garvey, who was a Pan-Africanist orator. In case I hadn't mentioned that.
Sorry, I'm going to show my ignorance now. Pretend I'm American for a second. What's a Pan-African anything? What does that mean?
Someone who preaches about Africa and what Africa's contribution to the world is. So Pan-Africanism is about selling Africa to the broader population. And what with Bob Marley being Jamaican, that makes a lot of sense. But obviously, the whole Ethiopia and
yeah.
It
was the concept of pan something or other, which I'm not.
Yeah, that's
Pan's people. Anyway. I know.
Pan's people, beautiful Babs and Cherry Gillespie.
Beautiful Babs. Forget her name. Right, let's get on to business. My song before Pete has a hernia or whatever he's going to have over there. This was a song came out in 1981. It was at one point the biggest selling import single in the UK, but it only got to number 21 in the chart. It was soon to be overtaken by a subsequent single by the same band, which became the biggest import selling single. It is in the Rolling Stone list of the 306 it is of the greatest songs of all time, the 500 greatest songs of all time, which we're doing our own of, and I haven't really thought about it yet, but we have to do.
And I haven't thought about it at all, so
no, fair enough. Well, it's a very minimalist slice of London life, and the guy who wrote the song wrote it in about 15 minutes from, I think, the top deck of a double-decker bus.
Is this Joe Jackson?
No, and he just took in all the things that he saw around him, like the police car with the screaming siren, the pneumatic drill, the ripped up concrete, a baby wailing, stray dog howling, screeching brakes. And
I know this as well. This is this Blur?
Nope.
No, you've talked about this before.
Probably a big influence on the Blur, actually. No, it's the Jam from Sound Effects, and That's Entertainment.
Right, That's Entertainment. Yeah. I forgot that was Acoustic. That's a good shout. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Real strummy beginning. Yeah,
it is. Good song.
Good stuff.
Right, Jeff, you can have one now. Go on.
Thank you. Okay, let's see where we get to. This is a good old swinging, light, gentle country ramble, quote. With none of these are now my words, with none of the ear-piercing changing of his electric guitar sound or the strained vocals that go with it. This is a mellow, relaxed, and the thing that I think his voice suits better than his electric stuff. This is my favourite of his songs, although it's very close to another one. Got to UK number 36 gold certificate, and Pete won't agree with me.
When was this? Did you say
1992?
1992.
I don't do the 90s. So.
He doesn't do the 90s.
He's one of your favourite artists, if not your favourite artist.
And me?
Really?
No, Pete.
Pete's.
Oh, we're talking Neil Young.
We are talking Neil Young.
Right.
So we are talking Harvest Moon, yeah.
Harvest Moon, yeah.
Which is my favourite of the Neil Young songs, closely followed by "Comes a Time," which I think is brilliant as well.
Yeah.
But they both have that far more mellow, far more relaxed, far jauntier, happy, gentle sound, and none of that chang 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 that he does with his electric stuff, which I don't like. It hurts me. So, but this I think is a lovely, lovely song.
It was the song that John Harris had at his funeral.
Really?
Being a big Neil Young fan, it was what he went out to.
Wouldn't have been on Colin's earlier list then.
Probably
It
not.
wouldn't have been.
But yeah, there we go. I like it.
I like it too, actually.
I like it. Yes, it's a good song.
Sure you do. When you said 92, Neil Young, I was veering towards, which I think was 92, but it's not. You said a piano could be an acoustic piano. I was going to go Philadelphia, the film from the film.
Yeah,
that was 92. I didn't include that one, actually. I could have done. But yeah, good choice. Harvest Moon, Neil Young, which brings us back to Big Bro.
And I am going to go with, this is the one where Jeff's talking about Layla being almost like a completely different song. And this is the one I've chosen.
Is it Hotel California?
No. Oh. This is actually, my favourite band.
Oh.
And it's an interesting story. They always wanted to tour with a symphony orchestra. And in 2001, they did a gig in Amsterdam, which then came out as a DVD called Yes Symphonic, which I obviously own. 2003 then was their 35th anniversary tour, when I saw them twice, once in London and once in Birmingham, because I'm a fan. And they released a live album for that called Songs from Songus, which was done in the States at some point on the tour. But the interesting bit is that on January the 26th in 2004, they did a live satellite broadcast from a studio in LA to cinemas across the US of their biopic called Yes Speak, which I also have, and which is narrated by Roger Daltrey of Who fame. And straight after the film, they then did a one-time only unplugged set, which was broadcast live. And out of that came the DVD, Yes Acoustic. And on there is an acoustic version of Roundabout, which is done in swing time. So it's you out now. It's bloody brilliant.
That is worth putting on a little meme somewhere.
It's bloody brilliant. So I'm going to choose it tomorrow, or at some point in the next couple of days, because like Layla, as soon as they start playing it, because I'm a Yes fan, I know exactly what it is. And then you're expecting it to do what it does with the big Chris Squire bass and all the rest of it. And it doesn't. It's almost like they were standing on a stage in the 1940s with people dancing, and they're doing it, like double bass and wearing dinner jackets and everything. It's a totally different rendition of one of my favourite Yes songs. It's a really interesting album.
Is it on an album? Is it readily available, this album?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've got it on CD. I've got it on CD. I've heard. Sorry, I've got it on DVD. I've heard it. It must be on YouTube somewhere. But it's just it's a very, very interesting version of one of their standards.
Chris Squire playing on it, or was he dead by then?
No, he was very much alive. You know, he didn't die until 2013, 2014. I think.
Okay, good remember.
It's like
No, I saw him a few times.
Swing Week on X Factor.
I don't want to be involved in that. My car keys are staying in my pocket.
Actually, my car keys.
Knowing my luck, I get Simon Cowell with them trousers.
Anyone who has my car keys, they're in big trouble because the bloody things don't work. So...
Oh yes, of course. Still,
it's going in on Tuesday.
Right,
So...
good. Right, let's have another one of mine then. Okay, I've said so much about this one in the past, so I'm not going to spend much time at all. It was released as a single in 1972. US number 5, UK just number 32, which shows how ignorant the fans record bars are in the UK. It's been covered. In fact, it's had 2 number 1 versions of the same song in the UK chart subsequently, one of which can be totally avoided. The other one is okay. It's more like is a reggae version of it, which came out in 74, which was by Ken Booth. Do you remember that one?
When was the original?
72 it came out. It was on their album, the band's album, Baby I Want You. There, gives you a clue, doesn't it?
That was Red then.
Yes. And Everything I Own.
Oh yeah, right, of course.
Right,
you've got to have that down. I had to have that down as an acoustic tune.
Yeah.
That is,
we have talked about it a lot, but it's a beautiful
so
song.
I'm not going to spend too much on that. But Everything I Own, a wonderful tune. Jeff.
Okay, I'm going to push my luck here because according to the interweb, this was one of the first songs that sprung to mind when we were talking about this. And I thought, no, it's electric. I thought, no, it's acoustic. It's a bit of both. And according to the interweb, it's what's denoted as acoustic-driven rock, which basically means the main riff throughout the whole song is played on a screamingly great bit of 12-string guitar stuff. But when it breaks for the solo, it's electric guitar solo. So I'm gonna go with that this counts. I hope that's okay. So
yes, I've got one of those as well.
The whole thing is driven by this absolutely persistent 12-string rock, 12-string acoustic riff, which is incredibly Western. It's country rock, or actually it's rock country. And it's cowboys and horses, and that's all you can see and hear. And actually, the lyric makes you think that as well. And actually, I think it's what.
Sorry, when you say cowboys, are we talking Brokeback Mountain type of cowboys, or
not necessarily gay ones, but cowboys.
I just was picking up the gay theme there.
No. I actually think this is what the band are best at. This sort of stuff. Slightly off-edge rock. Got to UK number 13, platinum certificated, 1987. Any ideas?
Not off the top of my head.
No.
Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive. Oh yeah.
By the John Bon Jovi types.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just when it first starts and you get that 12-string sort of like, I don't know what to call it. I mean, it's a riff, but it's definitely like sort of like that country cowboy style twang.
Twang to it in there, yeah.
And you go, this is a great song, but it is ostensibly an acoustic-driven song.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great song. It's my favourite Bon Jovi, actually. Well, that and Dry County. I mean, I quite like a lot of the
Bon Jovi style. I mean, there's some of it.
Well, I do, but I think that's.
I just think they're better at this slightly held back stuff than they are at pretending to be Guns N' Roses, which they aren't.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, good shout.
Good choice. Yeah, good choice. Wanted Dead or Alive. Pete.
But what I didn't know was it was called Wanted Dead or Alive, because I just thought it was called Dead or Alive.
Now you know.
Now I do.
Every day.
It does make a difference if we were doing a thing about songs that beginning with D or
W or D.
W. Yeah. Or W or D40, in fact. Anyway, there we go. Right, just do this very, very quickly. I couldn't do a thing about acoustic songs that I loved without choosing this one. Needle and Damage Done, Neil Young, 1972. Song about the heroin addiction of his friends Danny Whitten and Bruce Berry, who was one of the roadies. That's it. All it needs to be said. The very first proper song I learned to play on the guitar, and until about 5 or 6 years ago, I still could, but now I wouldn't know where to start. So,
well, the good thing about that one, I think it's only about 2 minutes long, so you can't get lost in the.
I can still play it. It's one of the things that I sort of like fiddle about with to get my fingers moving.
Well, it's one of the ones I used to use to tune up. But now I don't think I can remember it anymore. Maybe muscle memory. But anyway, it's a great song. That's.
And recorded at Sunny Barking Hall.
Yes, recorded at Sunny Barking Town Hall, indeed. And that's not something that you usually put in the same sentence, is it? Sunny and Barking Town Hall.
No. If someone said that, you'd think they were
on drugs.
Barking, yeah.
They would be very much on the marching powder. But anyway.
Right, from me, I'm going 73. I say a lot of these songs we've chosen before, I'm sure, and talked about them at length. So not doing too much on this. It's a number 1 in the US. It was a number 3 here in the UK. It was the lead single from the band's 1973 album. I can't remember which number it was. I didn't look that up. Nicky Hopkins on the piano arrangement by Keith Richards. And the lead singer, Angie, yeah.
Go me.
Yeah, go Jeff.
Interesting choice. Wouldn't have thought about that. Good one.
Angie. And I always find it interesting on that is that you can hear, if you listen to it, you hear Mick Jagger's, it's not an echo. It's a guide vocal, apparently, that you can hear before he actually, before he's singing the song, the lyrics to Angie. Ghost vocal, I think it might be called. I don't know. I'm no technician, but I think that's what it might be called. But next time you hear Angie, you listen out for it. I love that song. And from not one, I know it's one of, I think it's one of your top albums by the band, wasn't it, Pete? But not one of my favourites actually. Goat's Head Soup.
Which one's it on?
Goat's Head Soup.
Yes. Yeah. No, Goat's Head. I can never remember which songs are on which album. But Goat's Head Soup is
that and Star. I love them.
They're the two big songs off.
Two big songs on it. Yeah. All right. So Angie for me is the Strolling Roans. That well-known spoonerism. Yeah, you go on.
Okay, well, I don't think I could let this sort of event go without one of these. So there is one of these coming up. So I've picked the most acoustic-y one that I could come up with as being so obviously acoustic that it couldn't be anything but acoustic, if you see what I mean. Yeah. So this is 1972. This is Paul Simon. And this is me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Which is so acoustic as to make it bonkers.
Very acoustic.
And I didn't realise it's two different people playing guitar. So Paul Simon's playing, and there's a guy called David Spinoza who's playing the other guitar, who did a whole load of work with Lennon and McCartney and Starr and James Taylor. So, and they're basically just flashing the living daylights out of two acoustic guitars all the way through. And there is a little bass line in it, which is a bit of fun to play, but it's almost irrelevant. and it's an irresistible, ever repeating tune that you just can't put away. Once it's there, and you're just singing.
A real earworm.
It is a real earworm. But the one of the things that when I was doing a little bit of look at this last week, there's one line that says, Rosie's the Queen of Corona. I don't know if you remember that line at the
I do, yeah.
Well, apparently Corona is the estate part of Queens in New York. Excuse me. Thank you. Where Paul Simon grew up. So I don't know who Rosie is, but she was the queen of where he grew up. There we go.
I thought you were going to go Mother and Child Reunion when you said Paul Simon in there.
No, I wouldn't ever generally choose Mother and Child Reunion for anything particularly.
You don't like that one so much?
It's okay, but there's an awful lot better.
One's just coming into my mind actually, which I really love. It was on A Bridge Over Troubled Water, which is Why Don't You Write Me?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. But Me and Julio is so. Most of the acoustic guitar stuff you will find, apart from Horseman No Name, most of it is picked or plucked or it tends to be a little bit more open. Whereas Me and Julio is very definitely just two guys strumming the living daylights out of two guitars. And I quite like that occasionally.
I like that kind of guitar because I can do that. I just can't do any of the rest.
Right, what you got, Pete?
I've got another acoustic version of a non-acoustic song by the band What Does Both Versions. And this is unusual in that the bassist is playing harmonica, the drummer is playing acoustic guitar, and the other guy, the lead guitarist, is playing something else. I didn't write that down. It's been a long week. In fact, a long 2 weeks since I did this ages ago. In fact, so long ago it might have been a different century. Anyway, it is the acoustic version of Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which is,
I know you've mentioned that one before.
Well, I think you might have played it for me before.
I might have done. Yeah, possibly.
It's just, I mean, I am in no way, shape, or form a Motorhead fan. They are absolutely not my kind of thing. For me, they are the English version of Megadeth and all that crap that I can't stand. But Ace of Spades is just, it is an iconic song. Whether you love or hate Motorhead, Ace of Spades is iconic in the same way that Paranoid is iconic for Black Sabbath, whether or not you like Black Sabbath. This version of it just sounds like they pitched up with acoustic instruments in a juke joint and kind of sat round in a circle just singing one of their songs while other people were standing around drinking beer. And it sounds exactly like that. It could, I don't know where it was recorded, but it could easily have been, in a kind of spit and sawdust bar somewhere in Missouri. It's just got that feel about it. But I really like it. I think it's a really nice song. Can Lemmy sing? No, of course he can't sing. Does it matter on this? No. And actually, he does a really good job on the harmonica. And Filthy Phil playing whatever it is he's playing, which isn't the normal thing. It's fine. But anyway, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So. You say, I know you're not a Motorhead fan, but I mean, presumably, I feel that you would be a Hawkwind fan.
I was recently got by my dealer, Mr. Gordon Mr. Gordon from the UFO capital.
UFO capital of the world. Yeah.
Yes, he recently got me the live album In Search of Space or whatever it was called, which is basically 4 sides of stuff where you go, yeah, absolutely no drugs involved in the making of this whatsoever. It's kind of just it's not noise. It's just kind of, it's just weird. It's space rock, And that's all you need to say. It's very strange, but it has an amazing cover. You kind of go to open it up, and I'd never seen it. I'd seen the cover before, but I'd never owned a physical copy.
Yeah.
And it basically just opens up into a thing like a tablecloth, and there's
Nice.
albums going everywhere, left, right, and centre, because you've got no idea where they're supposed to go. And when you rebuild it, you go, "What the fuck? I've got no idea. I've no idea what I did. I've got no idea how it's supposed to be." So you just got to scrunch it up and shove it in a bag and put it back on the shelf. Anyway, there we go. No drugs involved in the making of that.
Origami is not one of your
talents. No, origami is definitely not one of my strong suits. Although, isn't he playing for Spurs now? He's out on loan at Portsmouth. Anyway,
first I heard was recently was the Motorhead song, the Motorhead song, the original by Hawkwind. I never knew that. I mean,
it was a Hawkwind song.
Right, my next one is from 90s again, 1991. I think maybe on the back of the Extreme single, More Than Words, an acoustic ballad, where it was again everything they normally would produce. This was a song that got to number 1 in the US. It got to number 3, even here in the United Kingdom parts of the world. And it was from their second album. The album was called Lean Into It, which was a number 28 album here, number 15 album in the US. It was the closing track on the album. And I would call this like a campfire sing-along ballad, basically. American, obviously. Sort of unplugged acoustic guitar and harmony sing-along, really. Whether you'd call it a power ballad, I don't really know. But hopefully you would have heard the song. The song was called To Be With You. Do you remember the song? By Mr. Big.
I remember Mr. Big.
I'm the one who wants to be with you.
To be with you, yeah, I do know.
Deep inside, but we're not going to go down that route. But that was the lyric, I think, from the song. I hope you feel it too. You know the song? Have you heard it anyway? I bracket it in the same as More Than Words Extreme.
Peter, when we went to the Marshall and
gig, 50 years of loud,
50 years of bleeding ears.
Yes.
The guy who stood on his own and played with the headphones on.
Yeah, was from Mr. Big.
He was from Mr. Big, wasn't he?
He was. Yeah. He was.
There you have it.
That was a stellar lineup. There was a lot of good musicians on that stage.
There were. It was yes, there were.
Because the other one I could have had in the same bracket was Poison. Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
It's a great song.
Which I chose on the ballads, the power ballads.
Yeah. So I'm not having that. Right. So
great
Jeff.
song.
Okay, this is the only one of mine which is really gone completely the other way. So this is like Pete's James Taylor one. I love this song. I've always loved this song. It's on Acoustic Freeway, by the way. I love the story behind it. So basically, this is a posthumous hit. 1974, and said gentleman and his missus were having a row about the fact he'd been on all these tours and hadn't made any money, and she was just a bit miffed about this. And instead of continuing the arguments, he wanders off to the basement and writes this song, and plays it to her, and it's beautiful. It's a beautifully constructed. It's a fabulous folk rock, folk pop song, whatever you want to call it. And it's Jim Croce, I Have to Say I Love You in a song.
Oh, beautiful song. Beautiful
and
song.
It is a beautiful song. And I didn't know why it was written or how it was written, and that kind of just makes it more beautiful to a degree.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So
what a good story.
It's it's just. I mean, I think Time in a Bottle is a fabulous song as well. I think he's a sad loss to that genre of that style of musician, because I think he would have done an awful lot more than he did. But there you go.
Another one of these silly singer-songwriters that got onto a plane
I know. Why would you do that?
in the 60s and 70s. No, just don't do it.
No, don't. Learn from all the rest. Plane, I'm not getting on it.
Not getting on it, no.
Well, Dennis Bergkamp and Bob Seger,
No.
they both
Seger.
had the right height, didn't they?
Yeah.
Why have
Not
you
good
never
on
played
that.
in England, Bob? Because I don't like aeroplanes and I'm not going to come on the QE2.
Sucker.
Right. So my
Go on, then.
next one is interesting in that the lead guitarist plays 6 and 12 string acoustic and also electric for the kind of solo-y bit somewhere in the middle. The bass guitarist plays double bass and also clavinet. The drummer drums and the singer sings. And it is on their 1974 album. And the title is taken from a 1915 poem by Tolkien, which could be a giveaway for the band in question.
I think I was reading about this one. Maybe it's one that I've got on my list here somewhere. 1974, you say?
Yes. It is from an album, the title of which is actually a song on the subsequent album of the band in question.
Okay. Are we talking Led Zeppelin?
We are talking Led Zeppelin. We're talking off Houses of the Holy. And the song is?
Sorry, you said there was a song on the album that was the name of their next album. No, that's not right, is it?
No, Houses of the Holy was on Physical Graffiti, wasn't it?
Oh, right, I'm with you now. Okay. But it's not going to be Jamaica. Was that on that album?
Jamaica was, but I wouldn't choose that.
You don't like Jamaica, do you?
Recorded. It is Over the Hills and Far Away, which was the title of the Tolkien poem, which was a single in the United States of America because they did singles in America, unlike over here.
Nope.
I think Houses of the Holy is very underrated. I think Houses of the Holy suffers for being stuck between Led Zepp 4 and Physical Graffiti, which are clearly the two biggies, or two of the three biggies, if you like. But it's a really good album, notwithstanding Jamaica. And I think Over the Hills and Far Away is just a really interesting song. It's not, it is acoustic, very much so, but it has the bit kind of towards the middle end, which is Jimmy Page doing Jimmy Page. But Jimmy Page playing 6 and 12 string acoustic is a very good acoustic guitarist, and John Paul Jones is a genius, and his double bass clavinet thing is very interesting. So, yeah, Over the Hills and Far Away.
Over the Hills and Far Away. Okay. Right, I'm going to pick a song that neither of you will know. I'm fairly certain of this. I'm just trying to find it. It came out in 2001. It's a very rare song as well because it's on the iTunes version only of their debut album, About What You Know. From Sheffield, they are. And it's not a band that I like that many other tracks from. I just love this particular one. I've played it before on the show. I might well do tomorrow as well. And it's about a budding romance, if you like. It's quite a cute song. It is just on acoustic guitar. When the narrator is expressing admiration for the girl and the desire to make it work, their relationship, that is. Playful kind of song. Like they may not be perfect, but they could still be good with each other. And picking you up on this, I'm going to quote a few lyrics from it, and the last of which might pick up on the Jim Croce story that Jeff was just talking about. Funny enough, I mean, he sings about I still like the way you're always late when I'm picking you up. You sit in the car, I put the stereo on, I left the tape at the start of your favourite song. Well, this is pub I know, just a stone's throw from that park where we took a walk. We can go have a chat and a drink and a think, and I'll even let you talk, or listen to you talk. Sorry. But the one song, the one lyric, sorry, t- leading into what Jeff was talking about, because he said at one point leads into it saying, "Sorry, if you say that you miss me, like when I mean, hopefully she's going to invite him back to his house, and he wants to just, I'll stay at yours, but you know, you can lock the doors. There's not going to be any funny business. But if you say that you miss me and you want me to stay, I'll do what I can to make every day great. I promise I won't make the same old mistakes because you're just beautiful." And then, well, you said that you miss me and I want you to stay, and you want me to stay, sorry. So I wrote you a song because it's the only way to tell you I like you without getting carried away. But
Is
I
this
like
the
you.
Arctic Monkeys?
No, it sounds like it should be. And they are from Sheffield. No, the band are called Little Man Tate. And the song is called You and Me Might Be All Right, You Know. Which I think is a lovely
That's
song title.
romantic.
It's very romantic. The whole song is just like that lyrically. I think it's just a great song, and I will try and play it tomorrow morning. Whether you'll hear it or not, I don't know, but I'll
That
try
sounds
to.
great.
Little man Tate. So Jeff, we've got one or two left each. Is it now?
I've got two left, yeah.
Yeah, I've got two left, and I've got one I want to talk about because it's one that Jeff and I have kind of got in common.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
Jeff.
Okay. Well, let's see if you can get this on from this little clue. This was this band's last single, apart from an absolute abortion of a cover by a footballer.
Lindisfarne.
Yes. So this is Run for Home.
Run for
Oh,
Home.
I've forgotten about what a great song.
1978, UK number 10.
Yeah.
According to the interweb, apparently it is blues tinged folk rock. Who knew that, eh?
Well, we do now.
Google clearly did.
Yeah.
It's a really good song. It's an acoustic driven song. It's got great harmonies in it, and actually, if you're singing along with it, it's a really easy song to sing different harmonies to while it's just going through. So, which works for me as a general rule of thumb. Yes. Right. One of the things I really like about it is that we've had this conversation before about a Blondie song, and I can't remember which one it is now. So in the chorus, where they go on about you being the running man and that bit,
Yeah.
So every now and again they change the rhythm of the words. So sometimes there is a double beat before you get to the running man. Sometimes there's only a single beat before you get to the running man. And it just makes it really interesting when it comes to... I try to sing along, but it's damn near impossible because you can never remember which one's which.
Yeah.
But it just gives the song a little lift to move it on, even though it's being repeated, and it's different that time, you know.
Yeah. So I can't remember the Blondie song that you were talking about doing. One of their hits. Either. Sunday Girl, Heart of Glass.
No. It might be Heart of Glass.
I think it's Heart. That was what I was going to say. I think it's Heart of Glass.
I can't remember. Anyway. It'll come to me. But it's that same sort of thing where they say they do it with a double beat most of the time, and then every now and again they do it with just one. ABBA do it with at the end of Waterloo, where they skip a beat out on the way down the scale, and you go, it's genius. It's songwriting genius. It just gives it a little kick towards the end, you know. But Run for Home, there's a big argument about it, isn't there? They weren't allowed to play it live or something. I can't remember now. There was a big falling out about it all. But but
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
Great song, yeah.
Great song.
I looked at Lindisfarne and I would have picked out "Meet Me on the Corner."
In the Corner, which is also a great song.
Also a great song, and a bit of harmonica on there as well.
Would it surprise you to know that I've got Lindisfarne's greatest hits?
Not at all. No.
I thought I'd share that with you.
No. What have you got there?
Would it surprise you to know that I've also got Lindisfarne's greatest hits?
No, it wouldn't. I'd be very surprised if you told me you got any Lindisfarne albums.
Yeah, I haven't got, but I have seen them live at the Harlow Playhouse, where we are going on Saturday to see the Carpenters thingamajig band, covers band.
I'm not. I think I've seen Lindisfarne as well, but I don't know where I saw them. I think it was when I was at uni. They might have played like Hull City Hall or somewhere. I've definitely seen them. They were very good. Anyway, there we go. Right, I'm going with another acoustic version of the band's own song. This is one you've played for me a couple of times, Cole. And the song is "How's the Heart" by Nightwish, and it's the one that was done in 2020 at the Planet Rock Studios, and they did an acoustic. I think they did 2 or 3 acoustic songs for Planet Rock and Kerrang Radio, and it's just Floor on vocals and Troy Donockley playing acoustic guitar. It's off Human Nature. They did it on the it was at the end of COVID, so kind of the tour was delayed because of COVID. But again, it's a nice song. I like the rocky version. But when I heard this, I thought again, this is a really clever rendition of a song that wasn't written to be played this way, but it really works. And her voice and his guitar, and he also harmonizes. They just work really well together. So yeah, nice version. I shall choose it.
I noticed it's got here "How's the Heart" acoustic, so I do have it, so I can.
Yes, no, you've played it for me before.
Yeah. Right, okay. Oh, that was so spoilt for choice for these. I don't really want to bang on about "America" by Simon and Garfunkel because we mentioned that so much, and that would be in an acoustic list for me without a doubt. But I'm not mentioning it. Are you mentioning it?
I'm not mentioning it, but I can't see a good reason not to. It's fantastic.
No, it is superb. It is superb. Right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to throw this one in from '74. In fact, these next two might be considered two that Pete might normally choose, but Jeff would like one of them anyway. This one maybe from November '74. It was a #1 single in the US, one of only 2 #1 singles the band had over there. Sort of, I don't know, is it a Delta blues kind of style song? Inspired by the writer and his trips to the French Quarter in New Orleans, as Stinks love to promote it as. And listening to Dixieland. Are we allowed to say Dixieland music?
Yeah, we are. It's only the Americans that aren't. We can say what we like. I'll tell you
what, there's a real sort of melodic a cappella section as well to the song.
It's the Doobies.
Yes, it's the Doobies.
Do you know Blackwater, and it's South City Midnight Lady.
No, it's not. It's
Blackwater.
Blackwater. Yeah.
And I do like it.
Funky Dixieland, Pretty Mama.
Pretty Mama can't take you by the hand. Yeah,
that's
great song. Take you by the hand.
It was meant to be the B-side, though, apparently, originally, of Another Park, Another Sunday, which was...
Good job it wasn't.
Was it Patrick Simmons who wrote the song, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Patrick Simmons wrote South City Midnight Lady for definite. I don't know whether he wrote...
Yeah, I think he might have written Blackwater as well. But he said that it sort of got up to about 40-odd in the chart, Another Park, Another Sunday, but then the radio took it off because of the line in the song that says, and the radio it seems to bring me down or something. Do you know the line I'm talking about? No. So they didn't play it on the radio. So they switched it. Blackwater got to #1.
Fantastic.
Right. One more each.
Well, hold on. What was the other one? You said there were two here.
Oh, the other one. Oh, well, I could have that as my last one. Oh, I could go for it now, and I'll throw one of the other ones. The other one, because Stinks has mentioned them already. I know you're not a big fan of them. I know that Stinks is, and it isn't on Houses of the Holy, but it is on one of their other albums. I think it's on 3. Was 3 the sort of folky
3 is
acoustic
basically an
one?
acoustic album. Yeah.
Right, and I'm going for Bronny I'll Stomp.
Yeah, Bronny I'll Stomp. It's a good song.
That was a great
It
tune.
was, and it's a bit of fun. I think Jeff would like it because it's.
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah. I might play it tomorrow. So that's like a 2-in-1 for that. So Jeff, what you got?
This is my last one. This might be. We've talked about this recently, so please forgive me for being boring. 1977. There's never a single. It's one of the throwaway songs on the album. But this is Jack in the Green by Jethro Tull. It comes off Songs from the Wood. Sorry, Pete?
Great song.
It is a great song. All the instruments are played by Ian Anderson. And it's a forest folk song, if that's what you want to call it. It's very tidy. It's a bit of fun, couched in this green folk worship sort of stuff, you know.
Green Man.
It's a jolly little romp through the forest, really.
It's interesting because
a jolly little romp.
We all like a jolly little romp.
Well, growing up near Epping Forest, who didn't have jolly romps in the forest? I mean, we've all been there.
Don't go there.
Stumbling over dead bodies.
I've got an album called Tull Acoustic or Jethro Tull Acoustic, and it's got Jack in the Green on it, a different version of it, but it's got acoustic versions of some of their big songs and then others which are much less well known. It's a beautiful album.
It's also got a really weird Christmas song on it where he talks about.
It has.
Very strange.
But I looked at that because I've got 2 or 3 of those sorts. Because of course I've got a couple of Joe Bonamassa acoustics, and I just thought there's just so much stuff that go for stuff that's different and interesting. Okay, so
sounds like a real adjective. Like that's a real Tull acoustic album. Doesn't it?
We shall make it thus going forward. in future, we'll just go. What a great Tull acoustic album. This one. Okay, I knew nothing about this guy until I got a Planet Rock compilation album, and there was this track on here, and I thought I really like this. And I was in the car with Rebecca, and she said, "Oh, this is," and I went, "How do you know?" And she said, "It's a great song." And I subsequently, the gentleman in question, my beloved brother, bought me an album of his for Christmas a few years ago. And it's one of those ones where I much prefer this guy's version of this song than the original. It's recorded live at the Nokia Theatre in Los Angeles. And it also appears on another live thing, which was at the 2025 Southern California Wildfire Relief Concert. And it is John Mayer's version of Free Falling by Tom Petty. I love the Tom Petty version. I like Tom Petty a lot, but I think this is outstanding. And the acoustic, because the album Where the Light is a triple album, and the acoustic one is the first album, and I just love it. I love his voice. I love the way he plays guitar, and just the version of this song. It really gets me. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful version of the song.
I also had that one I noticed. I don't know whether you've requested that before, but it looks like I might have played it in November. Last year.
It's a great song. Anyway, there we go.
A good version. Right.
So what's your last one, Cole?
I've got loads, but I'll just pick one from 1974. His third album. We've mentioned him earlier. Unplugged.
Mr. Clappers.
Mr. Clappers. There were 2 singles on this album, 461 Ocean Boulevard. There isn't any of those. I Shot the Sheriff and Willie and the Hand Jive, which is a song that Cliff Richard performed at one point, didn't he? But that's another story. This is the coda to the song sounds suspiciously like, and it's probably an electric guitar, I know. It does sound suspiciously like She's I Want You, She's So Heavy, which is the last track on side one, of the Beatles' Abbey Road album. Yvonne Elliman on backing vocals, amongst the usual suspects on there. And the song is Let It Grow.
It's a great song.
It is a great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
That's nice.
I love it. And it's on Unplugged, isn't it?
461 Ocean Boulevard, it's on.
No, as an acoustic.
It's not
It's
Unplugged.
not. Oh, right, okay.
No, but
I mean, it's on 461. I just couldn't remember whether it was on.
Just thought it was on the Unplugged. No, it's not on the Unplugged.
Yeah, it's great.
Right,
it's
you had another one you wanted to mention then.
Well, the only thing all I was going to say was that for Jeff and I, one of the things we grew up together, playing together and singing together, was Vincent by Don McLean. And the last time we did it was at my mum's 80th birthday party.
No, it wasn't. Dad's.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. It was at somebody's 80th birthday party up at St. John's. And it was, we didn't have time to rehearse together because I was just patching things up at home as best I could when everything was all going to crap in a handcart. So we decided that we kind of knew it well enough to get away with doing it live. So Jeff rocked up with the guitar, I rocked up with the words, and at some suitable point in the evening, we did it. And it went incredibly well, which was remarkable
No video
circumstances.
No video evidence of this occasion.
No, sadly not.
No.
But it is a beautiful song, and I mean I've got American Pie because I feel like I should own it. American Pie and Vincent are by far the 2 best songs on the album. The rest, all the others, I can take or leave. But I really love the words to Vincent as well. I just think it's a really nice song, sensitively put together. And Jeff and I have a bit of family history with it. So
I was just thinking also of another one that I could have had in my list when I put in the Led Zeppelin choice. Another band that are not normally likened to having acoustic songs are the Ramones, and on the Road to Ruin album, they wanted to play a melodic pops oriented song basically, and they play. Actually, that album's got a few songs that are a little bit longer than their normal tunes, and they did a cover of pretty straightforward cover, but I love it still, of Needles and Pins. The Searchers, well, Jackie DeShannon song, I think it was originally, but Needles and Pins by the Ramones. And I've got so many more. We can save them up for part 2, 3, 4, up to 89 of.
So there's one which I didn't put in, which I was certain Pete would, and he hasn't. So we'll save it for another time.
Save that up. Okay, I've got loads that I could have. I mentioned a few
I've
that I haven't.
I've got loads of others I could choose. I just didn't.
Well, a number of others I've got here, like America. I mean, we have mentioned it a few times. It's worth a mention, whatever. But yeah, I didn't want to have the same old songs again coming out. Well, that's it for this stage of the acoustics anyway. Thanks very much for listening. Thank you very much, Stinks. Thank you very much, Jazzy Jeff. We've mentioned the BBC, so maybe they will take us now one day.
You never know.
You never do, indeed. This podcast will be posted to the usual places over the coming days by Shaggy, who has had to rush off, I noticed, because his daughter's not too well. So I think Sean's going to close us out. Yeah, it will be posted to the usual places anyway. Spotify is the main one, but all the other ones as well. And all that's left for me to say is good night from me.
It's a good night from him.
It's a good night from them.